Welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're taking a really close look at a highly talked about affiliate marketing product that's making huge waves right now. It's called Royalty Train. We're going to put this Amazon publishing funnel under the microscope and we'll be objectively analyzing its claims, its mechanics, and its actual real-world value. If you spent any time in the digital product space recently, you already know that Kindle Direct Publishing, or KDP, is an absolute gold rush. People are literally clamoring for tools to help them publish, and affiliates are desperate to sell them those tools. But the big question is, how do you actually capture that specific audience? Well, that is exactly what we are demystifying today.
To figure out why a product like Royalty Train even needs to exist, we first have to tackle a massive problem in the current market. Why are generic email lists completely failing to sell Amazon KDP offers? It's pretty simple, really. Most affiliates promote Amazon publishing the exact same way they promote literally everything else, by just bolting these highly specific offers onto a super broad make money online list. But here's the thing, opportunity seekers looking for general wealth building or say crypto hacks, they aren't necessarily primed for the highly specific world of book publishing. The audience is just completely mismatched. Think about it. It's kind of like trying to sell a premium cut of steak to someone who just signed up for a vegan recipe newsletter. The product itself might be fantastic, but the audience is entirely wrong, and that inevitably leads to wildly inconsistent and disappointing conversion rates.
And this brilliantly illustrates just how much money is being left on the table because of that exact mismatch. Kindle-related products are constantly taking over the coveted deal of the day slot on WarriorPlus. Launch after launch, KDP tools, templates, and courses are just dominating the top spots. It is unequivocally one of the absolute hottest evergreen niches in the affiliate space right now. The buyer demand is undeniably there, but the traditional, generic affiliate approach, it's completely missing the mark. It's literally like trying to force a square peg into a round hole.
So here is our roadmap for today's explainer. First, we'll cover the core niche problem. Second, we'll enter the royalty train. Third, we'll compare the basic versus premium tiers. Fourth, we'll break down the hidden upsell funnel. And fifth, we'll wrap up with the final verdict. All right, let's jump straight into part one, the core niche problem, or as we like to call it, the mismatch.
The foundational logic here is honestly undeniable. Niche-specific lists will consistently outperform generic ones on relevant offers. Let's just unpack the psychology of an opt-in for a quick second. When a subscriber joins an email list to learn about making money online broadly, their expectations are incredibly scattered. They might want software, they might want mindset training, or maybe e-commerce tips. But when someone opts in specifically to learn about Amazon publishing, their intent is laser-focused. If you actually want to successfully promote those KDP deals of the day, you absolutely need an audience that explicitly asks for KDP content. Delivering exactly what someone asked for is what builds the trust necessary to actually convert a sale. And to do that right, you need a dedicated mini ecosystem.
Which brings us to part two. Enter the royalty train and its proposed solution. Okay, let's dive into this. Royalty Train is positioned as a completely done-for-you marketing funnel built specifically for this Amazon publishing niche. Rather than giving you just another broad, generic opportunity seeker sequence, this product provides a dedicated lead magnet, its own customized squeeze page, and pre-written email sequences targeted strictly at KDP and publishing. It's designed from the ground up to help you build an audience that is exclusively primed for these exact types of offers. And arguably the absolute biggest draw here is the sheer amount of time saved. Building these highly specific assets from scratch, writing the copy, designing the lead magnet, testing the squeeze page, that can take weeks of painful trial and error. This product essentially bypasses that entire headache. But before we just blindly trust the mechanics, we really need to verify the creator behind them. Over 30,000 verified sales have been generated by the creator of Royalty Train, Lee Murray of Passive Class. He's an elite badged vendor on WarriorPlus and has been active since December 2011. So with over 14 years in the trenches and a massive catalog heavily weighted toward traffic and affiliate funnel systems, this is definitely not a first-time vendor just guessing at what works. This is a highly refined system built by someone with a massive, verifiable track record in list building. Now, the actual engine driving this whole setup is a Rotator system. Essentially, it's a tool that automatically cycles your email subscribers through a preset sequence of KDP offers. The core promise here is a true set-it-and-forget-it workflow. In theory, you don't have to manually swap out links every single time a new KDP deal of the day launches. The Rotator just handles all that heavy lifting for you. However, and this is a big however, the objective reality is that this automation relies entirely on the vendor, Lee Murray, actively maintaining and updating that underlying product Rolodex over time. If he ever stops updating those links, the Rotator basically stops being effective. Moving on to part 3,
Basic versus premium. What do you actually get for your money?
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the stark contrast in value between these two tiers. The basic tier comes in at a very accessible $12.95, which gets you 30 done-for-you emails for one promo cycle. But here is the massive catch. They are delivered in Google Docs only. Anyone who has ever run an email campaign knows the sheer mind-numbing drudgery of manually copying, pasting, formatting, and hyperlinking 30 separate emails from a Google Doc into an autoresponder. It's rough. On the flip side, the premium tier, at $47, gives you 90 emails across 3 cycles, a single share code to preload literally everything instantly into Aweber, an updated product Rolodex, and, this is huge, access to Lee Murray's personal solo ads list.
The key takeaway here is that premium closes a massive operational gap that basic simply leaves you to fill manually. The direct Aweber preload alone removes hours of manual setup work and helps you avoid formatting errors. But honestly, perhaps the most significant inclusion is that personal solo ads list. In the affiliate marketing world, getting your hands on a vendor's personal, vetted solo ads list is like striking gold. These are heavily guarded secrets that top marketers spend years and thousands of dollars testing and building. If you are serious about running this as an ongoing automated promotion system, the $47 premium tier represents a far more practical, ready-to-deploy option.
Part 4, the hidden upsell funnel. It's time for some radical transparency.
So once you buy the front-end product, you're immediately going to be hit with 3 one-time offers, or OTOs. Let's break them down. OTO 1 offers 50 short-form video prompts for $47, which actually is a highly logical targeted fit if you promote heavily via TikTok or Instagram Reels. OTO 2 is a never-ending email promo system for $97. And OTO 3 is a 100% affiliate commission bump, also for $97. This is where things escalate pretty quickly, right? If you aren't careful and you just click through everything, you could easily spend well over $200 in a matter of minutes.
Because of that, it is absolutely crucial to understand that the front-end purchase, whether you choose basic or premium, is a complete standalone product. You absolutely do not need to buy those $97 upsells to make your lead magnet, your squeeze page, or your Rotator system function. Affiliate funnels can often induce a bit of buyer's anxiety, making you feel like the system won't work unless you buy every single upgrade. Evaluate each of these upsells independently based strictly on your specific marketing needs and traffic strategies, but rest assured knowing that the core system works right out of the box.
Finally, Part 5, the final verdict. Is this actually a smart investment for your business?
So the crucial point is that, on the positive side, Royalty Train brings some serious advantages. It successfully targets a genuinely hot, evergreen KDP category where buyers are actively spending a lot of money right now. The barrier to entry is incredibly low at just $12.95. Plus, it's built by Lee Murray, a verified elite vendor, so the credibility factor is rock solid. The Rotator system conceptually removes a ton of ongoing manual labor, and that premium tier includes a genuinely rare solo ads list that adds immense value for anyone looking to scale their traffic quickly. But we have to look objectively at the drawbacks here. The basic tier is going to require some seriously heavy manual maintenance just to copy and paste everything. Furthermore, that amazing hands-off promise of the Rotator system, it only remains true if the vendor actively updates the product Rolodex over the coming months and years. You're placing a whole lot of trust in someone else's ongoing work ethic. You also have to navigate that expensive upsell funnel we talked about. And finally, this product is completely niche-locked. If you ever decide you don't want to promote Amazon publishing offers, well, this funnel becomes entirely useless to you. Which leaves us with one final, critical question for you to consider today. Is your current list strategy ready for a niche-specific pivot, or are you just leaving money on the table by marketing specific KDP offers to a totally generic audience? Royalty Train provides a really compelling, structured way to fix that mismatch, provided you understand exactly what tier you need and the ongoing maintenance required. So take a hard look at your own conversion rates, let that data guide your decision, and ask yourself, is it time to finally get specific? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.